I really enjoyed my internship experience. I thought it was nice because I got to be very hands-on, but also do the bookkeeping aspect, if you will, on the side. So you get to experience some of the engineering documentation, but you also get to do the very hands-on, out in the shop type of work too.
Porsche technology is getting more and more complex. And with the introduction of the Taycan and Porsche's plan for additional battery electric vehicles in their lineup over the next 5 to 7 years, we really needed to adapt to this evolution and be ready for the change.
So we started with the first couple weeks being all training and getting all these new softwares kind of taught to us and getting integrated into like how a dealership works, because that's something that I'd never done before. Once we kind of got out on the floor and started working on cars, it felt a lot more natural, and it was like, okay, I do this, and then just there's softwares that I have to use that are kind of like go along with the process.
Realizing the challenges that we're facing, and they're only going to quantify, we really realized that we needed a candidate that was good with oral and verbal communication, was really a problem solver, someone like a diagnostic engineer.
I was challenged by kind of having to figure out and use some critical thinking that I hadn't really done. I'd worked on cars before, and I have experience at engineering school is kind of having to come up with creative problems or whatever. But kind of putting that together for the first time was a little interesting, because it's not, oh, well, here's how I design it. It was, what's wrong and how do I fix it? It really forced me to kind of think differently in a way that I really hadn't before.
For me, I was challenged more so in the sense that I am not super familiar with cars. I'm more of an engineer than I am a mechanic. I had to kind of learn these systems more than, say, your average mechanic would, just because I didn't know all of them thoroughly.
Honestly, myself and other team members and technicians in the shop were impressed with how quickly our interns were able to pick up some of this Porsche technology and their software systems and apply it to everyday use. And really seeing them develop and grow and be self-sufficient was awesome.
The parts of the internship that I enjoyed the most were definitely being challenged. And then also, I really like Porsches, and they're pretty cool. So, working on cool cars is a lot more fun than working on, kind of whatever.
I liked that I was doing work that actually was beneficial to somebody. I've done engineering internships in the past where my work was perhaps valued, but I didn't really know it was. Like it seemed like it was a lot of me over in the corner designing something that nobody would ever see. Whereas at this job, I can see that my product is helping somebody else, and so that's nice. Like it's valuable, but it's also hard work or like interesting work, so I'm always doing something different. So you get the interesting aspect and you get the part that's valuable, and that makes it very good overall.
I would recommend this internship to other ME students because it's kind of a hands-on experience. I think all ME students should have a certain degree of actual mechanical experience and kind of technical know-how rather than just book stuff. It's good for any ME students to get as much experience as possible, and this is the best you can get.
I definitely would recommend this internship to other mechanical engineering students because it's a very different experience compared to what you would typically get in engineering. It's far more hands-on, and I think it's very valuable for engineers to understand how things are put together and how to put them back together yourself, how to get that hands-on experience, because oftentimes you're the one designing something and you've never actually seen how it's put together, and you've never seen the real world of what components actually look like or how they work.
The program has been a great success and has resulted in the next generation of our Porsche diagnostic engineers. We already have plans to attend additional career fairs and continue this program, and I am really excited to see how our candidates continue to grow within the Porsche brand and become a critical part of our dealership staff.